Or are we going
Yes.
in the...
We're in the group.
Or in the private group?
Yep.
Private group. Hey everybody, welcome to SoundUp SoundOff. My name is Chris. This is Sean. And we are here doing your favorite podcast that you listen to on Tuesday mornings.
He took a NyQuil PM.
That's not Tylenol PM.
What? Same thing.
No, NyQuil is by nature PM. Like
Making content. There's a random person in the background. See if they can.
We have a studio audience today of one. If you would ever like to be in the studio audience for this podcast, please just message Sean and he will get you tickets.
He's our producer for the day. He's checking our logistics and other things. In the
audience
background.
sound way better than producer. That sounds like he's like ruling us.
He's a fact checker. He's going to randomly yell, wrong! All right, so let's go ahead and jump into what we have here. First of all, Apple announced that they're going to be their numbers are going to be down, and I'm sure a lot of other tech companies are going to be announcing this because they're shutting down some of the factories.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I thought we were talking about something different.
Yeah, well, it's due to the beer flu, which we're calling it, because apparently YouTube will not show your video to people. You can call it the other word.
I had the beer flu last night.
Don't think that's the same thing.
Oh,
but yeah, so. they even canceled a pretty big Mobile World Congress. That's hard to say.
That is bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So not even going to attempt it. The
Mobile World.
So all these companies that would announce products basically are just kind of sitting around putting things on the internet now. So it's a pretty big deal.
Let's talk about the suppression of YouTube about videos that call it by its proper name. I don't understand. Like, why are they suppressing the videos?
Because YouTube does dumb things. That's probably
as they just deleted this video.
Yeah, probably not helping the cause. But apparently, some YouTubers that have mentioned it have had their videos not show up in search results and stuff.
I did not drink a Corona last night.
Well, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So that's a bad jinx right there.
I'm curious. Don't have a virus right now either.
Yeah. But it's a really bad thing, and a lot of people are really sick, and unfortunately, it's
spreading.
It's spreading. So.
Yeah. So if we're not here next week.
Actually, there were 6 confirmed viruses 40 minutes away from here yesterday.
Ooh.
So
we're going up there drinking.
We should probably not post this video publicly. All right, so let's jump into the next thing you have here that I have no idea what it's about except for the word VR.
Literally just saw a tweet 11 hours ago from Steam publication source that the number of VR users has jumped dramatically in the last 30 days. Really? Which actually kind of makes sense, I think. With Oculus and the different things that came out at Christmas time, I would say that like VR headsets, especially in the gaming industry, have just become more commonplace and are being marketed harder over the last couple months. So, I mean, it would make sense to me that the user base of people who, like, if you surveyed people and said, hey, have you played a VR game or used a VR headset lately, has gone up.
Is it wrong of me to think of VR sort of like 3D TVs? Kind of cool, but then, nah, I don't really want it.
Well, I mean, both of us have experienced. We went to the VR, shout out to Nexus VR Arcade here in North Myrtle Beach, but it was really cool. Yeah. I mean, I ran to the wall a couple times.
I mean, arcades
fell out of that like little circle.
Are fun, but I'm not going to buy an arcade machine for my house either.
You want to get like an Oculus, just to have, or the Oculus is the Facebook one. So what's the PlayStation VR headset?
See,
I think it's just called the PlayStation VR headset.
I have friends that would be the kind of friends that, as I'm wearing one, would like to throw things at me, push me.
That guy.
Put stuff in my face.
That guy would do it.
It's not really something I feel comfortable doing around people. It's fun to play with other people and do that, but I do think that there is sort of a, I don't know.
You have to trust the people you're playing with.
I even have a weird time putting in noise-canceling headphones when I'm at my house by myself, because if someone broke in, I wouldn't even know it.
That would be a cool video. If somebody broke into your house while you're playing a VR headset by yourself and you didn't realize what was going on, and they're like robbing you as you're playing, Beat Sabers. I think that would be a hilarious video.
We're just going to keep this video in the group.
Oh.
Chris is high on Tylenol.
What are you talking What? That wouldn't be funny.
Kids, don't rob your friends when they're playing video games.
I mean, that wouldn't be funny. Like, it would be just a funny video.
Yeah, it would be fun. Don't do it to me. I hope you get an Oculus and then you tell me you're going to play one day because I'm going to rob you.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
basically what's going to go down.
Oh,
but speaking of VR,
just see it happen.
one of the cool things of VR was the lightsaber Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
Like that was really fun. And it, maybe I liked Star Wars, which was in space. And speaking of space, you can go there on vacation now.
I don't know how you jumped to Beat Saber to Star Wars. Oh, because of the lightsabers?
How would you not?
No, well, you were talking about dancing or something. I don't know what you were doing over there. But, okay, got it. SpaceX.
That's how I danced at the club.
SpaceX.
People love this dance.
Yeah. It's also how you throw cornhole. All right, so...
I was your teammate and we won. Team SoundUp won the tournament last night. You need to calm down over there. Please don't spill water on my computer.
I was just joking.
So would you
fly?
Pay $300,000
to fly?
I don't know if it's that much. It's probably expensive though to go to space. And
we just threw out a fake number. Like somebody's like super excited right now. 300,000. I'm going. I don't know how much it is, but yeah. So this is another Elon.
Oh, 200,000.
Oh,
pretty good. Yes, actually.
You just get a 33% discount.
And you get to go in a device that looks like that.
A ship that looks like that? Device?
Yeah, I think that's their ship.
Okay.
So it's the SpaceX. Elon Musk is opening a space tourism business. 4 people are going. They're saying at the end of 2021.
Which really isn't that far away. I mean,
no, not at all.
Next year.
This is kind of the start. There was an interview recently with an astronaut who works for Elon that said Elon's plan is to go and die on Mars to help start the colony on Mars. Like he's pushing for it. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that's somehow able to focus on, like, he's the ultimate multitasker. Mm-hmm. He's got the Boring Project, Tesla, and SpaceX.
Yeah.
And probably something else I forgot about.
So as far as space tourism, it's just going up, like hang out for like an hour and then like shoot back to Earth? Like, have you ever seen every movie about re-entering the atmosphere is like the most dangerous part of, like, it seems like the mission, it always looks like it in the movie, like you burn up or something comes loose or you crash in the ocean or you parachute down. Like, I'm really interested on the re-entry for space tourism, like how you get back. I think going up and hanging out, but it's the return.
Well, their rockets, one of the things that SpaceX has done is made their rockets and ships able to land. So they land like at a Star Wars movie or something. So it's
I really want to see it. I want to see it in a movie. What are you pushing on me here? 100 passenger starship. I like it that they call it a starship.
That is pretty cool.
Launched Earth orbit, indeed. Rapid and repeated reuse of starships. So we usually don't read on our podcast. This is why I don't read on here, copy. I'm flying again. Yeah. Make a vertical landing. Wow. Okay. Well, I want to see it. So Elon, can you shoot me a video? Or we're happy to. I'll send Sean for a free test ride, and yeah, just bill it to SoundUp now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what I want to do.
What? That'd be a great video. I'll take a video of you like getting on the spaceship, going up in the spaceship, coming back from the spaceship, throwing up in the spaceship.
Landing. That would probably happen. Let's hope the volume is down. That's the volume still up.
Sound like a football game.
But you can see the ship. This is it coming back down.
Okay, but we're on a podcast, so no one else can see it.
I wish I could share, but yeah, it just lands.
Oh, that looks like computer graphics. Are you sure?
That's real.
All right.
So it looks like
it just looked like a reverse takeoff. The way it came down and it was like exploding and then like
that's what landing is, Chris.
I just ran.
Congratulations.
No. With the explosion, with the jet propulsion coming out of the bottom of it to land, that doesn't make any sense. I think they just played that video in reverse of a takeoff.
I'm pretty sure they didn't. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the everybody's favorite segment.
Everybody's favorite. I can't say favorite segment. Alexa, skill stumper. I bet that sounds weird on the mic. All right, so in honor of what we were just talking about, and it just makes its own segue, is space tourism is going to need some audio content from SoundUpNow.com, which is what we do. Alexa skills, custom skills, flash briefings, and podcasting. So how, Sean, can you get off your phone for like 3 seconds?
Yeah.
How can the space tourism industry benefit from
I'm going to show this video. This is actually the one I want everybody to see. But anyway, yeah, I think definitely having something to play music in the spacecraft would be good, probably in Alexa.
Okay, well, you could use that, or radio, cell phone. How about audio content, which is kind of more of what we do? So I'm thinking space tourism, like you may want to. We said $200,000. You might want to go ahead and book your seat. Like they can have like a booking skill.
I guess
like,
training yourself.
You get in a big fight at home. You're like, I want to go to space, and you just ask Alexa, book my ticket for space.
While I'm up there, what if I need to go to the bathroom? That's a legit question.
We don't build toilets, Sean. What do you mean?
You would have that as a Q&A skill. That
was a question before you leave on the trip. I just thought you meant like when you're up on the spaceship, if you have to go to the bathroom, what happens? Anyway, no, you're talking about so like Q&As for the space tourism about the flight, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think your custom skill would definitely have that. I wonder how can we incorporate like
like if I vomit, does it just fly around and hit everybody? Because that would not be good.
You can have some really weird. You can have some fun with, I guess, the Q&As on that. Should we start a podcast with space tourism? Well, I don't know if Elon Musk.
The astronaut.
Wait, does he already have a podcast, Elon Musk?
I don't think he has time.
Oh, okay. Well, you could do that. Yeah, like you mean like the pilots or the astronaut? I'm assuming the pilots are like astronauts or something like that. I don't know. Do they have pilots? Are they piloting a ship? Is it robots?
It's pilots.
It is pilots. Okay, so like I think that would be a cool podcast while you're flying, like podcast each trip.
Yeah, I mean, that would be an interesting thing to do. I wonder if anybody has thought about just recording. Well, they do like daily logs while they're in the space station, at least.
Yeah, but you could interview tourists like on your podcast while you're like up in space. Like it'd be a space podcast.
I wish I knew how long they were going to stay.
Wait, the first podcast from space, and it's like once you get outside the atmosphere, then you do your podcast episode. I think that would be an awesome thing to do. And then flash briefings. Man, I don't know. I mean, you could think of anything to talk about.
I think there's so much space-related stuff that you could just go on and on and on. I mean, I'm sure there's actually a lot of space-related podcasts already out there, but skill-wise,
but ones that are actually recorded in space.
No.
That's the.
I mean, if you can afford to go up there once a week and record an episode too, that would be cool. What if your episode is just I interview people while we're in space every week and I come back?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can get the pilots. Or the people that are actually flying it because they're the
like
employees.
Cash Cab with a spaceship. Yeah. Remember that show?
There's already a podcast from space.
Like in space from space?
In space at the International Space Station.
Oh well, those guys don't count. But you could start the second most famous podcast.
I would love for them to interview people that are actually traveling. Like, say, how are you feeling? I'm really scared. Look how high up we are.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Do you think when you're outside, like a spaceship doing like the spacewalk, if you look down, do you feel that fear of like, I'm really high up or not? You look down and that's the whole planet. Like, what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're up high, you look down, you get that feeling.
Right, like a glass
Even if you're
floor.
not scared of heights, you still have that kind of feeling. If you're in space, what is that feeling?
I think it's a different perspective.
You lose your perspective.
Yeah, because there's so much around. Yeah, and plus you have to deal with gravity on Earth, and in space you're not dealing with that as much.
Yeah, just space junk. That's what I would worry about when flying up there.
Space junk?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff just flying around.
That'd be a good flash briefing. Weird things I saw in space. And like that could be your flash briefing episode for like again for this particular industry.
Well, I mean, what is space station,
tourism?
It goes around the Earth at like 1,400 miles an hour or something like that. I think might be faster than that. That's how fast it's moving up there.
Pull it back to content here because I think a flash briefing. I think you could create a flash
today in space.
Listen. No. Actually, I just had this idea. So if you're listening,
that's actually a good name for it.
If you're listening, Elon, I would give the ability for every tourist passenger to contribute to the flash briefing. So you could get like their perspectives on actually their tourist trip in space. So like we could actually create this where, they could be a contributor into the flash briefing and that kind of stuff. And I think everybody's perspective of traveling and being a space tourist could be a flash briefing episode.
That would be awesome. I would listen to it.
Cool.
Oh, my hair's going like Johnny Bravo.
All right, ABB. All right, so I think we conquered, well, I did, the content for the space tourism industry, and always more to come, and Sean's going to fix his hair now.
I don't know if conquered's a word. See you guys next week.
Well, I mean, I won.